And good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'll be here with you up until a little after the 10 o'clock hour. We're not going straight up until 10. Due to how tonight's program is structured, we will be going a little after 10. So I'm here with you up until 10 and a little after. We say a special good night to all listeners joining us on YouTube, all of you joining us via Facebook. You may hear from time, yes, here, you're hearing it in the background, right? From time to time, you may hear a little noise in the background. There is some construction taking place next door, so you may hear a little noise in and between. You might hear like a drill, you might hear like a saw, you might even hear like a pounding every now and then. There is some construction taking place next door. Yes, indeed, folks. So we like to say a special good night to each and every one of you. We have several things that we have to get into tonight, but we have to play something at the beginning of tonight's program. When that is finished, then we move into the general program. So we're going to play a little something for you at the beginning of tonight's program. I'm just making sure. Let me see my numbers before I go and start to play, man. No. No. You're joking, man. You're going to be playing not me yet. All your A want me play, not me yet. Nah, man, you have to do better than that. Yes, folks. Yes, so we are going to be playing something in a short while. Let me say special good night to all of you on the YouTube. Special good night to all of you on the Facebook. Hope that you all are having a wonderful night tonight. And as I said, we're going to start to play something in next 3 minutes. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Talking Points is on. They don't want to miss this one. There was an event. The new National Party did stage an event today. And my intention is to let you know what happened in that event. So I'm going to play something for you. And then as soon as that is done, we're going to get into the full discussion for tonight in relation to that and some other issues. So let me just make sure I have it. Yeah, let me give all you a look at one free. It's so nice. Yeah. All right. Yes, indeed, folks. So let's get into it directly. I'm going to play this video for you all. And then at the end of that, we are going to be having our discussion. So don't go anywhere. Here. And we're going a little past 10 o'clock tonight. So don't worry. All right, here. All right, nice. So we're going to go into this right about now. Let me see. Yeah, I think you all should be. Yeah. We on the move and ain't nobody can stop us now. We on the move and ain't nobody can stop us now.
Good afternoon, political leader, and everyone else in here with us. This is a very special occasion for us as Grenadian brothers and sisters, friends, all. I want to warmly welcome you to this short but important session where we introduce to you four individuals who have answered the call to listen, and to lead. Men and women who are already working in their various constituencies. Okay, folks, I'm going to have to pause it because I recognize that you all were unable to hear for a short second there. So I will have to pause it briefly while I resolve that issue. You see, when you have to constantly be playing with your audio, yeah, that's what does happen when you're constantly having to play with your audio. I think this should rectify that issue. Let me just make sure now. For the task ahead. These caretakers are not yet candidates, but they are caretakers of hope, of hard work, and of our mission into the future.
And so now, brothers and sisters, to bring us the vision and the direction where we need to go as we take these next steps, it is of great honor, and I consider it also a privilege, to welcome the leader of the new National Party, a woman of action, purpose, insight, vision, proven commitment to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And now welcome the Honorable Emmeline Pierre, our political leader.
Thank you very much, Brother Bowler. Fellow New National Party family, friends, fellow Grenadians. Today we mark a defining moment for our party as we appoint and confirm new caretakers in 4 constituencies. We aren't simply filling roles. We're fortifying our front line of community engagement and grassroots leadership. Caretakers are our ears on the ground, our hands in the community, and our hearts with the people. They listen, they support, they serve, and they lead the political work in their constituencies with passion and integrity. While the time will come to select and present our official candidates for the next general elections, our immediate priority is to ensure that care and connection continue uninterrupted in every corner of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. It is therefore my pleasure today, on behalf of the executive of the New National Party, to appoint 4 outstanding leaders who will immediately take up their post as caretakers in various constituencies. They will obviously push ahead with the work to be done in those areas. Mrs. Amanda Japal George, St. Andrew, Southwest. With deep roots in her community, Amanda gives voice not only to young people, but to every generation. Mr. Christopher Diali Jr., South St. George. Diali's passion for empowering working-class Grenadians and driving business development reminds us all of our shared purpose. Mr. Jelani Glean, St. Patrick West. Jelani's resilience and determination embodies the very spirit of Grenada. Mrs. Nolene Thompson, St. David. Nolene's steady leadership and genuine care uplifts everyone she meets. As political leader of the NNP, I and the entire party executive pledge our full support to these caretakers to succeed in the areas they've been appointed. To every supporter, walk alongside them, roll up your sleeves, and let's build stronger constituencies together. Give them your full backing as we prepare for the next general elections and the work ahead to build a better Grenada for all. I also extend heartfelt gratitude to the former caretakers of these constituencies. Their dedication has paved the way for the next chapter. And so as we move forward, we are working on plans and strategies to expand and to modernize our healthcare system so every single Grenadian can enjoy high-quality, affordable healthcare. We understand very well that a new hospital is not the ultimate solution to the serious problems that we face in our healthcare sector. We are putting together alternative practical measures to cushion our people from the rising cost of living. Medication, food, and daily essentials are just too high above the reach of our people. A bold, grassroots-driven plan that cuts across party lines and class is being developed by our party at this time. These initiatives will come straight from the belly of our people and will create the opportunities that are necessary for every Grenadian to thrive. Brothers and sisters, in the near future, you'll also see and hear more of our party's refreshed brand and renewed vision, a clear symbol of our forward momentum. As we ready ourselves, as I said before, for the next general elections, we will intensify our outreach program. This isn't about individuals. It isn't about ambition, nor is it about party politics. It is about realizing our shared dreams of a stronger, more prosperous Grenada. The New National Party stands ready to lead, and so I urge every supporter out there to get registered if you are not yet registered. Get more involved, even if you're already involved. Amanda Japal George, Christopher Diali Jr., Jelani Glean, and Nolan Thompson, welcome to this vineyard. Let us carry on this work with courage, humility, and unwavering commitment, first to God, and then to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. This is our labor of love. This is an opportunity to build on a rich legacy, to build on a legacy for generations to come. May God bless you. May God bless Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Thank you.
I'll now give one by one a synopsis of what we know about our caretakers. And I will start with Mrs. Nolan Thompson. Friends, meet Nolan Thompson, a daughter of P.T. Esperance and Mount Annan, a wife, mother, businesswoman, and a former broadcast journalist. She has spent much of her life working to support family and contributing to her community in meaningful ways. Today, she continues that journey as the new National Party's caretaker for the constituency of St. David's. With over 20 years of experience in the private sector and media, Nolan brings a practical understanding of the issues facing everyday Grenadians. She is known for her steady, honest approach and a quiet determination to make a difference. Her work has always been rooted in service, and she remains committed to addressing the needs of the people she represents. A past student of St. David's RC School and St. Joseph Convent St. George's, Nolan values education, equity, and inclusion. She has a particular interest in supporting working-class family and advocating for children with special needs. As she steps into this new role, her focus is on listening, learning, and working alongside the people of St. David's to build a stronger community for all. I now ask Ms. Nolan Thompson to come forward and say something about herself.
Political leader, Honorable Emmeline Pear, colleague caretakers, brothers and sisters in the diaspora, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. My name is Nolan Thompson, and it is my profound honor to accept the position of caretaker for the constituency of St. David. As caretaker of the constituency, my role is rooted in service and compassion. I chose this role because I believe that leadership means standing up for others, especially those who need it most. I want to be present in the lives of people, understanding their needs and working tirelessly to address them. I want to ensure families have access to opportunities that will uplift them. I also chose this role because I care deeply about the future of our community. And I believe every child, every parent, every resident deserves a leader that would not only speak up, but show up. Since I started this journey, the question I have been asked the most is, what issue are you most passionate about? And my honest answer, there are many. Social issues such as lack of support and resources for the elderly, a hard-working middle class that's struggling to make ends meet and never seems to catch a break. However, today I want to speak about an issue I care deeply about, and that's healthcare equity. Specifically, how systemic gaps hurt vulnerable populations like children with special needs and their families. I stand today not just as a member of the opposition party, but as a mom and voice for families who feel unheard. I speak for the families who are navigating a broken system, waiting for years for a diagnosis, left behind by a government that claims to care, but continues to under-deliver. I am the mother of a child with autism. Autism is not rare. It affects 1 in every 36 children. Yet, families with children on the spectrum continue to fight battles on every front. No parent should have to fight tooth and nail just to get their child the care they need and deserve. First, the battle to be seen and to be diagnosed. I am not aware of any facility that can diagnose a child with autism in this country. Second, being able to find proper resources and access therapies that can change their lives. But the biggest challenge of all that I hear from parents is the cost of caring for the children. Last year, just before my son's 16th birthday, he had his first seizure. At the time, we had no idea what was happening to our child. He was rushed to the hospital and he was admitted for observation. The hospital had no medication to administer to my son on the ward, and I was given a prescription to get the medication. I remember both my husband and myself calling pharmacies to check who was still open to get the prescription. Luckily, we found a pharmacy who promised to wait because of the urgency of the situation. After our son was discharged, he had another episode. This time, it is what is called a cluster, where he seizes several times within a half-an-hour period. Again, he was rushed to the hospital. Now, the doctors were extremely kind and supportive, but their limited resources had their hands tied. No testing to determine the levels of medication in his system to know the proper dose. It was just a guess. No information was provided on seizures or why they were happening. And after another episode of seizure, I had no choice but to leave Grenada and take him back to Canada. There, he was provided with every test possible, and for the first time, we were told that he was epileptic and was provided with an epilepsy team who gave us all the information we needed and a peace of mind. Now, I am fortunate. What about those families who do not have the same opportunity that I was afforded? What happens to their loved ones? Where is our government in this fight? While parents are forced to quit their jobs, and I know of many moms who have to quit their jobs to stay home with their child, and in some cases children, because they have no place to send them. What happens when parents age and our special needs children become adults? What resources and support do we have implemented? I am blessed that our son, who is now 17, was diagnosed at 2 years old. I have also been very fortunate to have an extremely supportive extended family. But what about those who are not as fortunate? What about mental health resources, financial assistance, and workplace protections for these families? What about mandatory screening for autism? These are the real support families need. This is not charity. This is right and just. I will continue to advocate for families with children with special needs. I will fight for early intervention services and comprehensive support systems. I will work to implement policies that ensure healthcare, respite care, and mental health services are basic rights for these families. It is not a luxury. I will push for stronger community inclusion and lifelong support that empowers both children and their caregivers. Because these families are doing their part. They are showing up, sacrificing, and pushing through. It's time for the government to do its part, not in the next election cycle, now. Because when we fail these families, we are failing as a nation. And I, as a member of the opposition, will not sit by quietly and watch that happen. Thank you.
We thank you very much, Sister Nolene. But we got to get going, so we'll move on to our next caretaker. Someone who is young at heart. Meet Mr. Christopher Diali Jr. He is a result-driven professional with a strong foundation in business and finance. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Business Management and a postgraduate diploma in financial planning. With a career span in financial planning, auditing, business consulting, and investment advisory. His experience reflects a consistent commitment to excellence, innovation, and national development. Christopher is also an entrepreneur who has turned his attention to one of Grenada's most pressing needs, food security. As the founder of the island's first Indo mushroom farm, he is championing sustainable agriculture and climate-resilient solutions, demonstrating how business can meet both economic and environmental goals. Grounded in the faith and driven by discipline, Christopher brings a balanced perspective to leadership. He once represented Grenada in boxing, winning the OECS Heavyweight Championship in 2008. He remains active in sports and community life. Today, he steps forward in public service as the new National Party's caretaker for the constituency of St. George's South. I now invite Christopher Karim Diali Jr. to come forward.
First and foremost, let me express my gratitude to all those who have entrusted me to serve as the caretaker of South St. George. Thank you for believing in me. I have always believed in country before self. That is why I stand for representation that truly matters, where government is not just a mechanism of management, but a source of hope and progress for our people. It is crucial that we move our conversations beyond the WhatsApp groups and into real policies and actionable decisions. Politics is, at its core, about people. It is about giving the voice to the will of the people. And right now, there's a frustrated and disenfranchised core of Grenadians yearning for leadership that sees issues holistically and not reactively. My politics is rooted in fighting for the working class Grenadian, the men and women who build Grenada. I want a society that works for them, a society where the tools of success are within the reach for everyone, not just to survive, but to thrive. We must think deeply and systematically the country we are building. What kind of Grenada will thrive in the world of tomorrow? How can we create a nation that champions freedoms, leverages the ingenuity, the pride, ambition, and experience of its people, and leaves no one behind? We need a Grenada that works for all of us. I also want to call on my fellow young professionals. Step out of the ordinary. See beyond the mundane. Let's come together to shape a future that reflects the best of who we are and who we can be. Today, I may be the one in front of the cameras, but I'm bolstered by the strength of hundreds, if not thousands, of young Grenadians who are hungry for a renaissance of governance that uplifts and empowers its people. A politics not defined by cyberbullying or mob mentality, but by hope, respect, and action. I want to help return politics to the realm of respectable debate, where ideas, not insults, drive real progress for our citizens. We must move away from the crab in barrel politics and mentality and embrace a vision more like an ant colony, working together harmoniously toward common goals where everyone benefits, where the bread could break right. I'm here to fight for all of us. I have proudly agreed to lead the work on behalf of the new National Party in the most dynamic constituency of Grenada, the growth engine of our country, South St. George. And I'm here to say, we can do better. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Diali. And we are moving on. We are moving on. Amanda Japal George is a passionate youth leader, an entrepreneur, and advocate from Mamakan, St. Andrews. She currently serves as the National Youth Arm President of the new National Party, the NNP. In 2024, she became the first youth member of parliament for St. Andrews Southeast, securing a national high of 92% of the votes. She also holds the title of Youth Opposition Leader in Parliament. Amanda is the founder of Premier Customs Solutions and also the charitable initiative Better Future Together, BET, or BFT, sorry, not BET, BFT, which supports education and underserved families. She manages Poli's Natural Spring Water Limited, operates as a certified custom broker, and bring a strong blend of business, community, and policy experience to all her ventures. A writer at heart, Amanda has published 2 novels and is a 2-time NaNoWriMo participant And that, for those who never knew like myself, means National Writing Competition. She holds a master's in English literature, creative writing, and an associate in business management, accounting, and finance, and is pursuing an MBA in finance. She also holds certificates in digital marketing, QuickBooks, and quality management systems. Her leadership training includes the Oxford School of Climate Change and the Caribbean Regional Youth Council. She's an associate member of the Leadership Institute of the UK. Amanda's journey from Girl Guides and Interact to Parliament reflects her lifelong commitment to service, youth empowerment, and national development. Her motto, enter to learn, go forth to serve. I now welcome the caretaker for St. Andrews Southwest, Miss Amanda Japal George.
Honorable Emlyn Pear, political leader, Roland Bowler, General Secretary, colleagues, brothers and sisters, a special good evening to you. I stand here with deep humility, great pride, and a profound sense of responsibility as I accept the role of caretaker of St. Andrews Southwest. I must also recognize former MP and caretaker, Sister Yolande Bain Hosford. Thank you for your support, your encouragement, and your blessing. This moment is not about me. It is about us, about a constituency filled with strength, spirit, and untapped potential. It is about a people whose voices deserves to be heard, whose needs demands to be met, and whose dreams are waiting to be realized. As I begin this new chapter in service, I carry with me 3 principles that have shaped my life and will guide my leadership. First, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. This is not just a quote. True leadership is not rooted in privilege, but in purpose. It is not about demanding more from our nation, but giving more of ourselves to its progress. I believe in contribution over complaint and action over apathy. 2, never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life. Define yourself. Too many have been told to shrink, to wait their turn, to stay in their place. But I stand here today as living proof that you can rise even when the world doubts you. We are not defined by where we come from, but by the fire we carry within. And I am here to say, we will no longer whisper in corners. We will speak with purpose, and we will lead with strength. 3, be the change you wish to see in the world. Change does not come from comfort. It comes from courage. It begins in our homes, in our communities, and in the decisions we make daily. I come from a family where giving back was a way of life. I saw my mother hosting cooking classes and Bible clubs, not for praise, but because she believed in uplifting others. And those small acts of service planted a seed in me, a seed that has grown into a lifelong commitment to servant leadership. And while that journey began at home, it was shaped by what I witnessed in my community. I grew up seeing brilliance hiding in plain sight. Young men with minds sharp enough to engineer the future, yet locked out of opportunity. Young women with the confidence to lead, but constantly told that they're too young, too loud, and too ambitious. I saw leadership stifled by silence, creativity buried under fear, and purpose postponed by poverty. But I also saw resilience. I saw talent. I saw power. And I knew if no one was going to fight for them, I would. But today, I say more than that. I will fight with you. I will fight for us, for our children, for our grandchildren, for a future that belongs to all of us, not just some of us. And to our elders who have paved the way, I honor your sacrifice. Your stories are our foundation. But what fuels me today is more than a title. It is a mission. I think of the young boy in Soubise who dreams of becoming an architect but has never seen a blueprint. The teenage girl in Ford who wants to become a lawyer but is told that's not for people like us. The single parent sacrificing daily, the young athletes training without shoes, the overlooked, the underestimated, and the unheard. To them I say, your pain has purpose. Your challenges will not bury you, they will build you. And your dreams are not too big for this place. But the truth is, youth in our country are facing a very quiet crisis, a crisis of victimization. Too often, our young people are punished for speaking up, shamed for standing out, and left behind in systems that do not see them. But that ends now. As caretaker, I am committed to creating empowering spaces for our young people to prosper. Together, we will invest in their talents, we will nurture their ideas, and we will build a constituency where every child, every youth, every elder, every family feels seen, is included, supported, and set up for success. But I want to make something clear. In service, I have never seen color. What is color? What does it truly mean when people are in need? You don't have to state who you support. I am here to serve every single individual in St. Andrews Southwest. Whether we've met before or not, whether you're blue, red, yellow, or green, I see you, I hear you, and I will serve you. This is the promise that I've made to St. Andrews Southwest, to lead with integrity, to listen with compassion, to act with courage, and to serve with my whole heart. To every resident, from Soubise to Butchgrove, this is your time. This is our moment. Let us rise together with hope, with unity, and with unstoppable determination. Because St. Andrews Southwest, you're not forgotten. We are not finished. We are only just beginning, and we will rise together. Thank you for the opportunity, and may we write a new chapter of progress together.
We want to thank Sister Amanda very much, and as we move closer to the end, I want to introduce our next caretaker, Mr. Jelani Green. This gentleman is a purpose-driven leader whose journey weaves together education, agriculture, business, and community empowerment. A native of Surtees, St. Patrick's, Jelani holds a Bachelor of Science in Marketing from St. George University, a diploma in education from the University of the West Indies, and an associate degree in science from TAMCC. His career spans over 2 decades across education, corporate marketing, public administration, and youth development. Jelani's track record includes leadership roles such as General Manager of the Grenada National Stadium Authority, Marketing Manager at Grenada Carib Berries Limited, and Grenada Bottling Company, as well as Communication Executive at Flow Grenada. Beyond boardrooms, Jelani has worked and cultivated 12 acres of farmland, affirming his belief in self-reliance, food security, and rural resilience. An educator at heart, Gilani taught for over a decade and continues to shape young minds through national youth initiatives like Project Fly, Project Reach, and the Empower program. As a former National Youth Ambassador and executive member of the National Youth Council, he has long been a voice for the young and underserved. Guided by faith and anchored in integrity, Gilani brings to politics a spirit of service, not self-interest. He now steps forward with the new National Party as the caretaker for St. Patrick's West, committed to lifting communities, solving real problems, and building a Grenada where no one is left behind. I now invite Mr. Gilani Green to come forward.
Esteemed political leader, Honorable Emmeline Pear, Party General Secretary, Mr. Roland Bowler, fellow colleagues. Albert Einstein, in one of his famous writings, said, and I quote, "It is the duty of every citizen, according to his best capacities, to give validity to his convictions in political affairs." End of quote. Brothers and sisters, today I stand before you with that resounding conviction that the time for service to community and country is now. Determination, confidence, loyalty, humility, and commitment are my key motivations as I begin this political journey. Ready to serve our beloved country, Grenada, and our beloved new national party. In every beat of this heart is a sense of purpose and passion, motivated by a profound love for our beautiful tri-island state and an unyielding commitment to its prosperity. It is with great honor that I embrace this opportunity to step forward for political representation. My journey has been shaped by the values instilled in me by my family and my community, and fueled by my passions and concerns, which I believe may resonate with many of you. To limit myself regarding reasons why I'm stepping forward to represent the people of St. Patrick's West will do injustice to my commitment to the people of that beloved constituency. So today, I will just briefly highlight a few of my many reasons for journeying with you. Firstly, I believe in the power of positive change. Our nation is at a crossroads where new, visionary, and compassionate leadership is needed. Leaders who are committed to making a difference for our people. I am dedicated to addressing the challenges we face and finding innovative solutions, together with our NNP team that will benefit everyone. Together we can create a Grenada where opportunities are abundant and every citizen can thrive. Secondly, I am passionate about advocating for our St. Patrick's West community. We too deserve our fair share of national development. I have seen firsthand the struggles and triumphs of our people, and I am determined to be a voice for those who need it the most. Whether it is for fighting for better health care, education, infrastructure, or job opportunities within our parish, I am prepared to work tirelessly with our party to ensure the needs of our St. Patrick communities are met and every constituent has a chance to succeed. Thirdly, I am committed to delivering a brighter future for all. Our youth deserves a future filled with hope and possibility. They need to understand that together, if we invest in their education for jobs in our present and future markets, that they can foster a culture of local innovation that will provide them with sustainable jobs that are well paid while simultaneously giving our nation solutions to challenges within our productive, manufacturing, and service industries. You can count on the new National Party and my resilience that sports instills in us. Grenada has a rich history of sporting excellence, with our athletes shining on the global stage. I must admit, it stings every time I think that the Grenada Invitational is no more. Our aspiring athletes need to witness their heroes performing in fierce competitive rivalry, right here on our home soil, to continue being inspired. We can provide a world stage for our athletes too. We must do more to nurture our young athletes and provide them with the resources and opportunities to succeed, and not keep our facilities, like the foreign recreational ground, closed for more than a year for minimal upgrades. Investing in sports is investing in our youth, who are our future leaders. I envision a Grenada where every child has access to sports facilities, coaching, officiating, medical care, and programs that will help them develop not just their athletic skills, but also their character and leadership abilities. Next, agriculture is the backbone of our economy and a vital part of our heritage. My passion for agriculture stems from my deep respect for the land and the farmers who work tirelessly to feed our nation. My grandfather, then my father, and now myself are among them. We must prioritize sustainable agricultural practices that protect our environment while increasing productivity. I believe in supporting our farmers through training, access to technology, and financial assistance, ensuring they can thrive in a competitive market. By revitalizing our agricultural sector, we can create more jobs, reduce our dependence on imports, and strengthen our food security. Tropical cyclones of unprecedented strength continue to visit our region on a yearly basis. We must divert our policy on agriculture to seek more protection for our farmers. If we truly believe that agriculture is the backbone of our economy, the key to national food security, and a healthier nation, then let us not continue to talk and take action that does not move the needle, but rather give the agricultural sector the attention and investment it deserves. Do you see why this is the time? Speaking of food security, I am deeply concerned about the rising cost of living in our country. Many families are struggling to meet ends meet, and in many cases, the further north you travel, the worse it becomes. We must work together to find solutions that ease this burden and improve the quality of life for all. This is why now is the time. This includes advocating for affordable housing and access to the essential services such as healthcare and education. Together with the new National Party, we will develop policies that will promote economic growth and stability, ensuring that the benefits are felt by every citizen and not just the privileged few. Our ambassadors cannot afford to be living lavishly overseas at our taxpayers' expense, while our citizens at home cannot afford basic medication and healthcare, grocery items at our local shops and vegetable markets, to send their children to school, or to house their families while they continue to wait on a Build Back Better home. We all may not be able to afford much as Grenadians, but we can all afford dignity, compassion, and fairness. This is why now is the time. In conclusion, my decision to step forward for political representation is driven by my desire to bring positive change to St. Patrick West, provide a voice for the voiceless, and hope for the possibility of a bright future for all Grenadians. My passion for sports, agriculture, and my commitment to addressing cost of living issues in Grenada adds to my determination to serve our people. Together, I am convinced we can build a future that is prosperous, equitable, and sustainable. I ask each patrician for your support and trust as we embark on this journey with the new National Party towards a better Grenada. And remember, brothers and sisters, this is why now is the time to support the new National Party and myself to bring to you the best representation for St. Patrick West, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. God bless you. God bless us all.
We want to thank you very much, Brother Glenn, and so to all our caretakers this afternoon. I really do believe that you have made a good pitch for yourself. You have told the people why you want their support, and I do hope and wish that you would get their support. We are prepared, including myself, to build a Grenada where all Grenadians can thrive. Thank you all very much as we bring the curtain down on our session this afternoon.
We on the move and ain't nobody could stop us now. We on the move and ain't nobody could stop us now. We on the move. We on the move and ain't nobody could stop us now. We on the move and ain't.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, let me see if I think it should be better now. Yes, indeed. So there you've had it. Four new caretakers on behalf of the new National Party announced today. Yeah, just 1 minute away from the hour of 9 o'clock. I ain't find out here in all you know. Fado, good night, bro. Good night to you, Camille, Teresa, Scott. Hope that you're having a wonderful, restful night tonight. I know what happens when the rain falls, so yeah. You know what? I'm going to open the phone lines. Let me hear from some of you. Yeah, remember, you can only call us on the WhatsApp 1473-440-7377. Yeah, so give us a call. Yes, indeed, yeah, give us a call. and I believe we have our first caller online. Hello, good night.
Hey, Sheldon, good night, and forward out.
A good man, a good, a more than
Right.
good.
Well, yeah, for hearing these four candidates, these four caretakers, we have to be more than good. Sheldon, I listened to them, and these are young people of substance. These people are brilliant, and we cannot put these people on them to waste. Grenadians, NNPites, people all in these different constituencies support these people. These people have something to give or to bring back to this country, to your community, to rise your community. You cannot let this substance waste. So all the NNPites in the different constituency and a country and a whole, let us support these four candidates as they bring their brilliancy to action, and let us lift Grenada forward. Let us rally Grenada with these four candidates and with our new political leader, Honorable Emmeline Pear. So I just want to endorse these four candidates, Sheldon, and I wish them all the best going forward. Have a good night, and thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so very much, my brother. Yes, indeed. Kami, I'm finally hearing you, I've got to set up and call Kami from here, Yes. Yes, indeed, folks. So you have it there. The four new candidates. Yes, you can call 1473-440-7377, but you must call us again on WhatsApp. Yes, save the number as 1473-440-7377, and then you can call us on WhatsApp. Now, you see that the candidates that have, well, not candidates, because candidates, you only become a candidate of a political party on nomination day. Until that point in time, you are a caretaker on behalf of a political party for a constituency. And if you have won your seat, you may be the member of parliament. Yes, so you have members of parliament. And for those people who are not in parliament at the House of Representatives, you have constituency caretakers by parties that do not hold the seat, and even in some instances by parties that hold the seat, they still have a constituency caretaker. But you become the candidate on nomination day. When an election is announced, you hear so-and-so is election day, and so-and-so is nomination day. So at that point in time is when you have your candidates, and you have, right now we have caretakers. So let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night. Hello.
Hey, Sheldon, good night. How you do?
Good night. I'm quite fine. Go right ahead.
Good night to all the Talking Points family. Happy Easter. Belated. You know what I'm saying? Sheldon, Island, youth is in progress. I want to big up to everyone that was there tonight with that meeting, and they had their speech, especially Mrs. Japal George. I give her the right name, Mrs. Japal George, and Mr. The other guy.
There were two gentlemen, so not one.
The next guy.
There was Mr. Christopher Diali Jr. and there was Mr.
Mr. Diali, because I want to call him the wrong name, Mr. Diali. Mr. Diali Jr. Because I know my junior. But this is what we like. And Mrs. Nolene Thompson, good night. Special good night to you. Sheldon, I was at Wester all day Saturday morning. I was leaving the area and going out. So I was there in early morning, like the early hours, about 10 o'clock in the morning. And that thing was nice. And I didn't see Mrs. Smith and these people, but the thing was nice. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? That is Mr. Deacon Mitchell, the Prime Minister's area. Nothing wrong with that. Once it's for the people, for the area. What I'm saying right now, what we are seeing right now is that we have people that is of young age, right? And do you know, Sheldon, I will say this kind of frankly, what I hate is negativity of stupidity. Listen very carefully. Negativity of stupidity. Because in 2021, when the Prime Minister now was then coming about to be the leader of NDC, nobody knew this guy. And we see what happened, right? Nothing wrong with that. The man became prime minister. Yes, history, whatever. But here's what. Youth in NMP, youth in all aspects of life going on right now. Our leader, our political leader and leader of His Majesty's opposition is there, Honorable Pierre. She's doing her work. And Sheldon, I would like for you to elaborate on this case that is going on in Carriacou with the election office, where we are seeing a member of the office or the person that working there in a party what do you call it, colors, because they say inclusion and that shouldn't be happening. And before I go, I want to know, where is the Integrity Commission, life in integrity? Because apparently, if I'm not mistaken, there are certain ministers or members of parliament right now that has not declared their assets since becoming in office 2022 June. Am I wrong, Mr. Sherlock?
I wouldn't know. I'm not a member of the Integrity Commission. I would not know. And I can't make that statement in any definitive form because I do not know. I know that there were, hold on, I know at one point in time, there were 2 ministers who were late in filing, inclusive of the Attorney General, and these individuals did identify that they would, within, I think it was a 2-week period, complete the process. If they have done so, I am not aware. If they have not done so, I am not aware. So I can't make any definitive statement in relation to that because I honestly do not know.
Right. So I will say also that I do not know if they did it or not. And I will also say that if anything that I said is wrong, take me personally to court, not Sheldon Scott. You understand? Because this is becoming something that they say they do, they say they don't. And
if you say anything that's gonna take me to court, brother, I'll stop you. I ain't going down that road. I ain't taking a chance they go be nice and not take me to court. I'm stopping you and I'm telling you, you know me. I ain't
with me. With me, no. I want them to come forward because that a point that they're trying to prove. Because this morning, I want to make a little point before I go again. The honorable member of parliament, the parliamentary rep, not a minister, because people calling these guys and them minister, Mr. Ronald. Honorable Ronald was on a program this morning again as PRO of the NDC. On a program this morning that's supposed to be for the government members. And this man, for some reason, a couple of programs back, 2 or 3, mentioned that he was a member of the parliament again. When this man is supposed to be studying.
The cabinet.
The cabinet. The cabinet. Well, the cabinet. And he's supposed to be studying. So I want to ask him, with no malice, Mr. Parliamentary Rep from my area, St. John Northeast, and he to asking you don't study? Because I want to say, because I never see you up here since the campaigning. Before you becoming a minister, before you becoming an MP, before you become Parliamentary Rep, I have never seen you. You, Mr. Ron with it. I want to see you up here. Back road, Peters Road. You understand? My cameras are right around it. Because for some reason, these men feel they can go and fool people on TV.
Father, no. What I'm trying to tell you, you're shifting the discussion onto, we just had a whole rollout of 4 brilliant young people, and you're raising an issue we could deal with another night. I am not even going into the program I had planned tonight. I am not even going to go into that program. I'm going to put that off for tomorrow night instead. Because I think that we've just had 4 young, brilliant, accomplished young persons that have been put forward as constituency caretakers on behalf of the New National Party. Our political, hold on, man, hold on. Our political, I'll let you speak and so on, but I'm just making a point here now. Our political leader often says to us, NNP, mind your business. Ron Redhead, we could talk about him another day. Right now, let us hand the floor over to these brilliant young people that we have there. And let us start to focus on them a little bit tonight. As I said, I had a lot of other things. I have at least 5 or 6 different issues I wanted to raise tonight and speak about. but I'm thinking no, it's best to just deal with that. But I'll let you finish in the next
Right.
2 minutes on your point you were making about Run Red Dead.
Well, anyhow, he is neither here nor there. But I want to say good night to Mrs. Nolene Thompson. And you guys, let's do the work. Mrs. Japal, George, and Mr. Deali, and the gentlemen, please, you guys do the work. And I'm proud of you guys because this is what the NAP need. Youthness, young people. And Sheldon, you were there in 2003, 2002, you was there. So, you know, it's youth, right? So I'm saying go with all the speed and we there. You have a backing.
All right.
Yeah,
brother.
I'm listening.
All right,
Yeah,
thank
brother.
you. Yeah, folks, actually this year I'm making 25 years. Yes, 25 years being involved in the new National Party this year. Yeah, 2025 I'm making, yeah, was it there from 2000? 25 years this year being directly involved with the new National Party. Folks, remember the phone line, 1473-440-7377. You can call. And again, let me say congratulations to all of the young folks. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Brother.
Fadu, how you doing?
Well gone.
A day, man.
Nice one, mate.
Yeah, man.
You enjoy Easter, yeah?
I had it very quiet. I had it very, very quiet.
Still is. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about, but make a whole lot on it. In terms of the individuals, the 4 individuals, I must say that I'm very impressed in their speech. Especially the young lady that's on the let's hear from Doc.
Mrs. Amanda Japal George.
Miss Amanda Japal George. You could more or less hear her writing skills come out in her speech. I was very impressed in the topics that she chose. The individuals more or less disenfranchised that needs aid and is like they're almost getting left behind. It's something I brought up a couple of times. And Miss Thompson. Yeah. I actually had a friend that had a similar situation, so I could definitely relate to what you're saying with the autism and all that. More or less, I just say like they definitely am a cosign from here because, as I said, very, very impressed on what they had to say, how they said it, how they delivered. Yeah, so I guess next maybe tomorrow we'll deal with them guys because there's some stuff.
Yeah, it's man. I had about 6 issues, but when I look at it, I don't want to take away from the 4 young folks.
Yeah, let it bask in it.
I don't want to take away from them. We have tomorrow night, and just know tomorrow night is fire.
Fire. Yeah. Ready to blaze on it. Yeah, gasoline up everything. Ready for it.
What miss them do pass them.
Support the youths and them again.
Yes,
As
indeed.
I said, I'm very, 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 very impressed with in the delivery. The presentation was, yeah. All right, so you have a good one. Everybody listening to Talking Points, big up the youth them. You get me?
Yes, man. Bless up.
Still this.
Respect for that. Yes, indeed, folks. As my good partner Fadu. Well, I tell you, what miss them, don't pass them. Yeah, don't be surprised. You see the same flyer for tomorrow programming because we're going to deal with those issues tomorrow. We have to deal with it. Yeah, you can't go lying to people and think you'll get away with it. No talking points is here. You can't get away, right? Yes, indeed. And I have known, first of all, I've known Jelani Glean many, many years. In fact, I know Jelani Glean since I was attending TAMCC. I've known Jelani since then, always known him to be a very hard worker, a person who is always involved in community, always involved in various activities and so on. So I know, yeah. So he's a person that I know quite a few years. I also know Miss Nolene for quite a while as well. Let's take this call. Hello, good night. Good night, caller. Go right ahead. You're live. Come, caller. Load the volume. Load the volume in the background, please.
Okay.
Take the volume down in the back. Come on, take the volume down in the back. Right, go right ahead now. Hello?
Right, I would like to say a pleasant good night to...
Go ahead, caller, you're live.
All right, so I would like to say a pleasant good night to you, Sheldon Scott, and to congrats the four persons that are actually elected or appointed to be caretaker for the various constituencies. I pray God continue to guide them and protect them as they do what they are called to do, and taking up their role in showing their leadership skills. I also want to thank Mrs. Thompson has taken the role and continue to do what she has to do for her people and for the country. Mrs. George as well for taking up her role. Mr. Diali, Mr. Glean, all of them. I pray God blessings upon them as they continue to take the rightful place in taking the leadership and to making this country a better place. And again, I look forward to actually coming on maybe when you're having the next site, because I really have certain things to say which I want to let go. I'm ready to bust out. Yeah, because what I'm seeing, I'm not actually appreciating it and neither liking it. So I want to say again, congratulations to the four caretakers, and I wish you all God's blessing. Go out there, do what you have to do, and we will ensure that we stand with you as you stand for the people. God bless you.
Should be back now. Right, yeah. I always have a backup. Yeah. I was saying, folks, and thanks to all of you that just messaged to let me know that you all were not hearing me, because I wouldn't see that mic 1 was down. So I had mic 2 as a backup just in case. Yeah. I'm telling you all that we need to surround and protect each and every one of these people. We need to surround and protect with prayers, with dedication, with loyalty from our political leader come right down. Sometimes it may be a situation we may not fully agree with the caretaker that has been selected. That's human nature. But at the end of the day, is the person in the seat that these people are seeking to represent. Do you believe that that person or those persons are doing a good job? Do you believe that those persons care about people or they care about themselves? Here it is, you have 4 people who are not only speaking, but they have a caller. You're gonna have to hold this caller. I'm gonna call you back. Caller, I'm gonna call you back. Yeah, you're gonna have to hold until I finish this statement, though. Yeah. I see the number, so I can call back. I'm very sorry about that, but I just want to complete the statement. Yeah. We have to surround these people. You have positive young people who have a track record of achievement. Whether you're speaking about Diali Jr., whether you're speaking about Nolene Thompson, whether you're speaking about Amanda Japal George, whether you're speaking about Jelani Glean. These are people who have achieved things. These are people who have worked in communities. These are people who could say, I was a part of this community group or that community group. These are people who could show, I have worked various places. They are not going to be looking. They are not going to be saying, no, hey, like I saw last election, and it is still there, that you see a candidate that actually won, that put down that they were unemployed. They didn't have a job. So their first job was to become an MP, and we see what that has turned into. So we have to look at the bigger picture. I might have my personal preferences. You might have your personal preferences, but we have to put our personal preferences aside. I love all of them, so me ain't against none of them. We have to put our own personal preferences aside and see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is we have a country to save. We have a group of incompetent people who are now in charge of our country. And if we decide, I don't like that one, or I don't like this one, and so on, that one vote that you give, let me tell you all, 2025 general elections, Turks and Caicos Islands, constituency number 8, Dubai, was won by exactly one vote, 365 to 364. The one of you that may decide that are staying away and are encouraging people to stay away because I don't like he or I don't like she, may be the reason that your country has to endure another 5 years of the NDC and their incompetence. That may very well be the reason. Look at the bigger picture. It can't be, I don't like Sheena or I don't like Hina. That cannot be it. We have to surround and protect our people. Too many times, I see us as supporters of the New National Party allowing people to drag down members of our organization, unfairly so. No evidence, nothing, but they are dragging them down. And we refuse to stand up and defend them. And by standing up and defend them, I don't mean take on the personality, the traits, and the behavior of the individuals attacking the members of the New National Party. The nastiness, the disgusting, vacuous, there's so many different words to describe it. Behavior that I saw on GBN yesterday in attacking a young person who has decided to step forward. And now you see 4 more young people stepping forward. If that sort of behavior that took place on GBN yesterday is allowed to continue, there are many brilliant young people here in Grenada and outside of Grenada who are willing to step forward and do something for our country, but they ain't coming. If we continue to, 1, have people attack them nasty like that, and 2, we don't step forward and defend them. The person who has been selected thus far, remember, it may not be a case of this is the actual candidate on election day. Because I've seen situations before. I could give examples, but I won't tonight. I've seen examples of people who were the caretaker and didn't end up as the candidate, and off the top of my head, I could tell about 9. People who were the caretakers and did not end up as the candidate. It is for the caretakers now. They have been given their orders by the political leader to do the political work, to ensure that they go within the constituency and make sure that their constituencies are organized, that they touch each and every person, not just the voters, everybody within the constituency, that they do what is necessary. But we have to support them. We cannot allow the NDC to drag down people because they associate with the New National Party, and we sit down and we quiet and we don't defend them. There are some of us who try their very best to call programs, not just this program, but to call other programs, and to try and defend the party, and they're putting forward factual information. You're putting forward factual information, and these people refuse to accept the factual information, but put it out still. Show them that they cannot scare you, because what was taking place yesterday is an attempt to scare people, scare members of the New National Party to be afraid. I don't want to go on GBN, I can't take them kind of embarrassment and that kind of thing. Don't let them win. Surround and protect these 4 young people. Get on your knees and pray for them. Ask them, when you meet them, how can I help? Be part of the defense of your country. It's not just the New National Party we're talking about here. It's not just the people who have been chosen as caretakers. It's not just the political leader. We're speaking about the future of our country at a point in time when we see what is going on around the world. At a point in time, we have a situation where the IMF comes out and says to countries, reduce on your spending, because economies around the world and the world economy is uncertain because of what is taking place between the US and China and other countries right now. So they're asking countries to start to be a little careful with your spending and so on. We have a point in time when that is taking place. And when we look at the group of individuals who are running this country right now, we can't say that we have one of them that we could send to the White House right now to sit with President Trump and to discuss how we can bridge that gap so that Grenada could be spared some of what other countries might be willing to face. Not willing to, but about to face. Out of the present administration, who are you going to send? Who are you going to send to Washington, D.C. to defend you? Who are you going to send to China to negotiate so that maybe you could cut having to send things through the United States, but you could send it to Grenada directly? Who are you going to send to discuss those things for you? You have people sitting in China up to now. We can't hear one thing that's going on for them. People, defend your people. Don't have to defend me. I can defend myself. Defend your people. Yeah? Trust the leadership of the new National Party. They know what they are doing. The leadership of the NNP knows what they are doing. Trust your leader. I have worked with the Honorable Emlyn Pear for many, many, many years. In fact, I was checking back a little while ago, and I worked with the Honorable Emlyn Pear since before some of the people who will be voting for the first time in this general election were born. They weren't even born yet. And I was already working along with the Honorable Emlyn Pear. That's how much years I've worked along with this lady. So I trust her instincts. I trust her leadership. I may not understand at the point in time. If she says do that, I might not understand, But I understand that I need to trust my leader. So if she says do that, I do it. Trust your leadership. Yeah? We have to work as a team. We can't have people out there because, and I'm going to be brutally honest here, it happened before that we lost seats because some people didn't want that person and some people didn't want this person. So instead of working for and in the national interest, they work against the person and we lost that seat. And I'm not just referring to the last general election. It has happened before. And not only to the NNP, we've seen it happen to other parties as well, where there are people working against a person and didn't realize they were working against the interests of their political organization and the country. NNPites, Grenadians on a whole, family members of these people, schoolmates of these people, community members who know these people, get on board. Get on board. If you're not on board already, jump on board now. Because it is time for us to make sure that we preserve and protect the future of Grenada. If we continue along the dangerous path that our country is heading down right now, if we continue along that path, we are going to end up in a situation that our children's children and their children will curse our graves for us not making the right decisions at the right time to protect the future that they will inhabit. We need to protect we people. So in South St. George, with Mr. Christopher Diali Jr., protect him, help him, pray for him, work with him. Yeah? For Mr. Jelani Glean, out there in St. Patrick West, protect him, pray for him, work with him, help him. Even if you're from St. Patrick East, help him still. Because you must work as a team. It's only as a team we're going to win this thing, Yeah? For Miss Nolene Thompson down there in St. David, work with her, pray with her, take her hand, bring her in the community. Interact with her and help her to interact with the community. Something that she's been doing before, but she's doing on a different level now. Work along with her. Pray for her. Pray for her. Because the other side believes, yeah, The other side believes that they have it in the bag. Yeah, that's the candidates, the Senate, they have it in the bag. They will learn a lesson election night. We're going to teach them a lesson. Yeah? And when it comes to Mrs. Amanda Japal George, Lord God, protect that young lady. She's one of the biggest targets for them. They are going to go all out and as nasty as possible to attack that young lady. Take what I'm telling all you to the bank. After what you saw they did to Kataka, take what I'm telling you to the bank. They are going to go as nasty as, because that's the only thing they know. That's all they know. We don't have to do it. We have to defend our people, state the facts, call them out on their behavior, but we don't have to replicate their behavior. We don't have to become as vacuous as some of them. We don't have to become as nasty as some of them. State the facts, put forward where Grenada needs to go, and call out what you're seeing that's taking place that's wrong right now without fear or favor. Call it out. Too many of us are silent and refuse to come out and talk. You're hearing people saying all kind of things about your political leader on the radio. You hear them attacking your sitting MPs, your former prime minister. You hear them attacking the leadership of the New National Party. You hear people making the dunce, ignorant, foolish, downright dotish statement that NNP never do anything. You hearing the statement from people that's supposed to have gone to school. I don't know which school gives such a dunce person a certificate. You hearing these statements and we staying quiet. They're driving past Emlyn Pierre Stadium, as others call it. They're driving past Emlyn Pierre Stadium and asking what she ever do. When they had 4.5 years, they could not do it, and she did it in 2 years. She was able to do it. We're up to now, going on 3 years. They have been unable to institute a new youth program and get people. And within 6 months, she was able to take 4,000 unemployed young people and engage them in training, where many of them are now permanently employed or on their way to being permanently employed or receive training and are self-employed. Where is their record? And she did that in 6 months. They've been there going on 3 years in a month or so, 2 months' time. Yeah, in 2 months exactly from today, in fact. They will be 2 months exactly from today, they will be 3 years. And they have not even touched the sole of her sandals. But when they're calling out and saying all kind of things, we don't defend her. We know these things. We have lived it. We have been in Grenada. The strategy at the NDC is this. They have people who they are depending on for the votes. And the 2 categories of people the NDC is seriously depending on votes for to be able to pull off a victory at the next election are these 2 sets of people. 1, the youth. The youth. They are looking at the youth. So, they have their social media campaigns and they're always here and they're always there. They believe that people over the age of 25 are going to vote however they vote the last time, well, mainly people over the age of 35 are going to vote the way they vote before and they're going to stick there. But that those first-time voters, those people born in the years 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, those people who will be coming the age of 18 this year and next year and for the last 3 years, those young people, those people who never knew what Hurricane Ivan was like because they wasn't born yet. So these young people don't care about all the work that the New National Party did during that time. That is why the Prime Minister and Mr. Study, Ron, could always be making a statement about the Prime Minister went on a battleship. When the people of Northwest St. George, and I blame you all, the people of Northwest St. George, because you all don't call and defend it. You all were in the man house with him when Hurricane Ivan passed. You all know he wasn't on no battleship. And you all allowing the Prime Minister to continue repeating that lie. You think that lie is for you? That lie is not for you all. That lie is for those young people who were not yet born when Hurricane Ivan passed. They could trick them. But if you all keep your mouth shut, that is going to become the reality. If they repeat that lie enough, they are going to make it the reality. So the Prime Minister continually does that, and you hear the other members saying that. When the truth of the matter is that the battleship came after Hurricane Ivan, they were positioned close to Grenada, came after Ivan, the phone lines in the whole country were down. And in order to get messages out to the international community, Dr. Mitchell was picked up by the British and brought to the ship after the hurricane was over. That is the truth of the matter. And I know you go upset and you go say, well, but I know them and that thing for man. Just leave them people. I know Dr. Mitchell and you go say, well, but I need to tell them, forget them and that. But no, they are focused on twisting the minds of the younger ones. So they are pushing in their head. He was a wicked man. He was like this. A man win all the seats on 3 occasions. He didn't take up a gun, as you see in some countries. And even in our country, it happened too. He didn't take up a gun and go and say, I in charge. There was a democratic electoral process, and the people of Grenada selected him. So if you're cussing he, you're cussing the people of Grenada. And we must make that point. People, protect these 4 people. Protect your leaders. People who have nothing as a legacy. The only legacy that the NDC, those in the NDC government have right now, are that they are completing projects of the new national party. That's the only legacy they have. Not that they've instituted new projects, that they're completing the projects of the new national party, and that they have done a few feel-good projects that economically are unsustainable over an extended period of time, but give a feel-good factor. Yeah, we say we go do that and we do that. And then you run into problems economically down the line. But they know there's only one term they're spending, so they don't really care. They're going to come and blame the NNP afterwards and say, look what NNP doing. So that is the tactics of them. Dr. Mitchell, Honorable Emlyn Pierre, Gregory Boyd, all of these people, they have on historical record, you could look back and see all the achievements that these people have achieved in their personal life and for the state of Grenada. And they even now, in opposition, continue to contribute to the development and the betterment of Grenada. As much as the government ain't listening to them, they're still doing what they can do in their own personal capacity. The Honorable Clarice Modest, yeah? Mr. Alvin Dabrio, all of these people, they continue to contribute to the development of Grenada at different levels. But you have people who right now is joyride. It's joyride. I wish I could have played the song Taking a Ride, Taking a Joyride right now. Anyway, let's go to the phone lines. Let me see. Right, let me just get that there. And let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good evening. Oh boy, what is happening here now? Caller, for some reason that call. Let me see if I could call back. Yeah, let me see. Well, they'll call back if it's anything. Yeah, I think they'll call back if it's anything. Right. 441-473, 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. Protect your people. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon. How are you?
Hey, I'm quite fine. You go right ahead. You're live.
Yeah, Sheldon, I watch the program there with the 4 caretakers. And Sheldon, I want to say this is men and women of qualities, men and women of integrities that the young people could look upon as a good example. And they could also encourage the younger people, younger ones to get part in politics. Because they are care to see what they said and what we know about them. They are men and women that the track record is always helping people and trying to develop the life of young people and others. Not as the other side, where you have some, and then came in the young people on the other side. They lacking knowledge, they lacking knowledge of anything. Because when they get a job, and the first job they get was to enter politics and become a minister. They have no knowledge of managing anything. But when you listen to the 4 caretakers, you can see substance within them that the NMP supporters and the young people, Carriacou and Peter Martinique, could be proud of and say, yes, this is men and women they could look upon as good example. And we, the NMP supporters, we have to support these young men and women that take up the front line in politics and they're going to do good for the constituency where they are being caretakers, because they have a record, and the record is well known to the young people going to carry on Peter Martinique. Not someone that came up somewhere with the unknown and they get into politics. I want to say kudos to the NMP for selecting the 4 caretakers for the full constituency, and they will make the people where they are caretakers of be proud and happy. And Brother Charlotte, I want to say blessing to them as NP go forward to rebuild and to take back the country for where the country going, because right now the country is not going forward, the country going back, and we need a vibrant leader, a leader that is cares and that has young people around her, that she doesn't depend on when they have to have a press conference. She always had to be there, because any one of the 4 young person that they are caretaker right now, it will put them to have any press briefing, anything, and they go able to handle it. Not as the present administration. Whenever they have any press briefing, the Prime Minister always has to be there, because he has some young men and elders that are incapable to hold anything for themselves. So, Brother Sheldon, I want to say congratulations to all the 4 caretakers. Brother Sheldon, have a blessed night.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Yes, indeed, folks. 440-7377. Call us via WhatsApp. And just to give you all a reminder, why is that come up there? You behave yourself. Nice, right? Just to give you all some reminders, remember the new National Party brunch is taking place this Sunday. Yeah, as in Sunday, come in. This Sunday. Right, yes. It is taking place, remember, that is taking place at 302 East 91st Street between Lennox and Clarkson Avenue, and for a donation of $30. Music by DJs Small Clothes and DJ Jude. For more information, call. There's a tickets in sell out yet. Not tickets in sell out, man. Yeah, we have more tickets. Come for ticket. 347-262-6818. Check Cathy. Check Wendy at 917-602-1476. Or Isha at 917-520-3164. If you can't have time buy your tickets, go there and buy. Watch, and you see, if you go there, instead of putting $30, parallel 40, I think. Parallel some extra, I think. So that is the brunch of the new National Party taking place at 302 East 91st Street between Lennox and Clarkson Avenue. And that is taking place this Sunday starting from 10 a.m. until you say when. So from 10 a.m. can be starting until you say when it's time to done. All right, nice. The St. George Northeast, Teacher Erica, the St. George Northeast Women's Group, they're having their South sale, chicken foot and pig foot sauce. Yeah, well, you know what's going on there. Chicken foot and pig, well, I mean, a Rasta man with pig foot sauce. Let me behave on yourself, eh? Right. Chicken foot and pig foot sauce from 6 at Kitaka. I ain't going to eat it. No, this Rasta. From 6:30 a.m. That's taking place next week, Saturday. And it starts from 6:30 a.m. and it's taking place in front of Nick's shop in Bolio. All right, so that's the St. George Northeast New National Party Women's Group. They're having that South sale. Go on out and support them. And if you ain't seen it, just leave a bowl for me. Just pay for it. Okay, just pay for it. Nice. International Jazz Day, that's taking place on the 30th of April at the Bay House in Jananglais with Rasta Carey and friends, and the Project Music and Friends. So we're looking forward to that one. There's a nice little place to go online after you come out from this particular one. I'll come back to the others. I ain't forgetting them. Yeah, after you come out from the NNP line. Yeah, so the NNP line, it starts from 4 p.m. Of course, entry is free, taking place at the new National Party headquarters. And they have DJ, they have music, food on sale, drinks on sale. And of course, you're going to be able to meet with, you see the 4 young people who was there, just them. They'll be around, and then you'll be able to meet with the executive other members of the new National Party. So if you want to know where you could find these people, to go and tell them and pray with them and tell them, listen, I'm praying for you. I'm willing to help you in whichever way possible. If you need somebody to drive for you, I'm willing to drive. If you need somebody to go on the platform and talk, I'm talking for you. If you need somebody to walk house to house for you, I'm willing to help. You will meet them at the new National Party after work line on the 30th of April from 4 p.m. Go on out and support. Yeah, that's taking place at the NNP headquarters
out there in Tempe, starting from 4 p.m. But I find I'll just sell out all the chicken and thing next thing, man. Might have to go a little earlier. Yeah, Flavor King Barbecue. Yeah, together with the St. George Southeast Women's Empowerment Group, they're having their chicken and fries. That's taking place. And yeah, that is taking place. Let me just get this call here. That is taking place at Richmond Hill. It's taking place on Friday, the 2nd of May from 12 noon small, 15 large, $20. Caller, you're live. Go right ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
I'm blessed.
As usual, man. Go right ahead.
And I will be brief.
No problem.
My heart is lifted up with hearing about the 4 caretakers. I'll be praying for them. And let us keep marching on. Take care and God bless you, sir.
Of course. Thank you so very much, caller. Yes, indeed. And yeah, let me hear from some of you all in the diaspora too. Let me hear from some of you all tonight. Yeah, and just before that caller, I was mentioning Flavor King. Yeah, so he has that's taking place on Friday, the 2nd of May. I'm not seeing a start time here, so I'm going to assume that's midday in Richmond Hill, St. George. So I think many of you who know Flavor King know where he's located there. Folks, I'll always push for the children. Remember Kellyanne, she needs to get the treatment done. She has to return to the United States to continue her treatment and to do the assessment of how the first round of treatment has gone. If you can help, please help. Those are the bank account information for the father and the mother. Folks, help if you can. All right, we never know where we does fall, and we have children too. Even if we do have children, we don't know where we're going to fall. All right, and for those of you looking, the vacancy still exists. 403-4421, looking for a breeder, looking for a nail technician. All right, yes, indeed. Folks, the phone number 1473-440-7377. That's the number to get on the inside. Just to let you all know as well, the Parliamentary Electoral Office, they have announced that the voter registration system is back online so that you can get registered. So those of you that have not yet registered or know of people that have not yet registered. So now you see the New National Party have their 4 caretakers in place there. Make sure you go and register because you can't help them election day. You can't help them election day. If the main thing you have to do is cast a ballot, you could go and you could bring how much people? The one vote that might make the difference. I just tell you to go and check, 1972, St. Patrick East, Wellington Friday. I'm trying to remember the name of the other person. Was Wellington Friday, I think, against Winston White? Yeah, by one vote in Grenada. 1972 general election, St. Patrick East was won by one vote. The one person that might have say is my party, but I can't take on he. I don't go in. Or let me take a little hour again, man. I'll go later and they fall asleep and wake up after the polls close. No. We have to do the work. We have to surround and protect our people. Too many times, we as supporters, and not just supporters, because let me tell you all something. This message goes beyond just supporters of the New National Party. This message is for people who support decency. This is a message for people who support democracy. So you don't have to be a registered card-carrying member of the New National Party. You don't even have to be a supporter, rally-going, T-shirt wearing supporter of the New National Party. But you must support people's right to support whichever political party they want to support. You must support people's right to speak. If they believe that they are seeing something wrong is happening in the country, you must support their right to do that. No one is saying, we would like for you, I would love for you to support the same political party as me. But if you don't, I cannot be upset with you. You may have your reasons why you support where you support, but that does not give me the right to go and cuss you. That does not give me the right to attack everything from the way you look to who you're associated with. That does not give me the right. I often use the word dunce. I use the dunce in relation to circumstances and positions that people take. Yeah?
I use dunce in that context. Circumstances and positions that people take. But people have a right. I would never call somebody dunce for supporting the National Democratic Congress. I won't do it because that is their democratic right. They may have a very valid reason that they are supporter of the NDC. And I know for a fact that many people who put on the yellow t-shirt, who went and supported the NDC the last time around, will be voting for the new National Party this time around. So what are supposed to do? Call them stupid and run them? Don't do like the NDC. Let the NDC continue to do what they're doing, but defend your people. They have stepped forward. They have done something that many people are afraid to do. Even you may be afraid to do it. Support them. Whether it's quietly, whether it's openly. I've often made the statement on this program and on other platforms that a united, organized, new National Party of Grenada is unbeatable. There is no political party in the island of Grenada. And even if you look through the OECS, there is no political party that can beat an organized and united new national party. None. They could run them out and talk all they talk about. Oh, we win in 2008, that same NDC, yes, the same political party. It might be different people in it, but it's the same party. They won 11 seats and the NNP won 4. And the NNP kept their 4 and take all of their 11. And that is what they are afraid of. That is why they having sleepless nights. That is why, since this announcement has been made of these 4 candidates, there are some of them that run out of toilet paper already because they've been having intestinal difficulties. Yeah? So we have to do what we have to do. You think we were able in 2013 to take all the seats just by saying, well, NDC mashing up, NDC mashing up? No, we did a lot of work. I remember Nolene's mother, same Nolene who is now the candidate, I remember her mother. I remember her in St. David, bringing people to go and register and so on until the back of the van nearly dragging on the ground. I remember it, you know. I remember all these things, which is why I continue to say, protect your people. Tomorrow morning, they're going to go on the radio programs and they're going to attack them. Under the lives, they ain't coming under my life because I'm embarrassing them bad. You can't come and tell us we can't be proud of we people. I'm embarrassing them bad. If they call me and put in all the number and tell me thousands of people call them, I'm embarrassing them. They're not coming here, right? But they're going to go other places and they're going to go and attack our people. We have to defend our people. I'm continually saying it. As I said, there are several other issues I want to get into. We're going to speak about the Minister of Education tomorrow. Mr. Minister of Education, I know you does listen. If not, I know the Minister of Health does listen, so he will call you and tell you, your turn is tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in. Eh? Make sure you tune in. Yeah. As I say, fire. Make sure you tune in. As I said earlier, the Parliamentary Electoral Office, they have said the registration system is back up. Folks, I'm telling all it straight as it goes. I don't trust. I do not trust it. And I do not trust it. This is my position, Sheldon Scott's position. This is not a position of the new National Party. Let me make that clear. This is my position. I do not trust it because I know for a fact that the software that they are using has long gone past the best buy date. In other words, it is outdated. The company that put that software together does not exist. If it is being updated, it is being updated by somebody that used to work in the company that the Parliamentary Electoral Office is probably paying directly instead of paying a company to do that, which opens the entire process to question of what is taking place with that system. I don't trust it. We need to hear that a new system has been procured and is being put in place. And at the same time, we need to know if all of the people who are registered, that their registration is going to be grandfathered into the new system, or if a new round of registration or updating needs to take place. We need to know that, and we need to know that soon. Because again, as I continue to say to you all, elections are closer than we know. elections are closer than we know. And if we have a registration system which the people who are going to vote have to use to register that we cannot trust 100%, we have to be concerned about that. I don't trust it. Let me repeat again, because I want them to make sure when they're given the report in special branch tomorrow, they give it proper. Yeah, the same people and them that listening into all the conversations on WhatsApp and trying to copy all the files off of the phones. Yes, you in special branch. I just want to make sure you all get the message proper. I do not trust the electoral system that we have in place. I ain't say I don't trust the people in the electoral office. I have no problem with the supervisor of election. I've known him for years. I have no problem with the staff at the electoral office. I've known them for years. I do not trust the system. The system is outdated. It is time to change it. Yeah? And to the NDC, I too might go out there to want to make the unfair and untrue statement. That is NNP that put that system in place. Just remember the system was put in place in the year 2010. NNP wasn't in office, it's now we. Yeah? It's now we that put it in place, all right? Nice. So it is time for the system to change, and that's the main thing. There should be an aggressive move by the Parliamentary Electoral Office, knowing that they have less time to do it because the elections are further away. The last elections are further away from today than the next elections are. In other words, the next elections are closer to today than the last elections are from today. So they need to put that system in place to preserve the integrity of the electoral process in Grenada. Want to make sure that names don't end up on the list, that the Parliamentary Electoral Office don't know how it ended up there. Want to make sure that everything is done in the proper manner. Again, this is not an attack on the Parliamentary Electoral Office. It is an attack on the system. It needs to be changed. I don't trust it. And because of that, it is important for us to do our canvas properly. It is important for us to go through that list with more than a fine-tooth comb, go through it with a microscope, an electron microscope, in fact. Yeah, I'm nerding out now. An electron microscope. Go through it properly and make sure that you identify not just those with the funny name, each and every single voter on the list. Put a face to the name and then make sure that face supposed to be on the list where they are. Folks, that's about all the time we have for tonight. I was going to stay until after 10, but again, it makes no sense I go to raise any new issues tonight because of the time factor and so on. So as I said, tomorrow night, one Mr. Deming go past them. We're coming back tomorrow night with it for them. So folks, let me just get this here. Let me get my music up, man. What kind of thing is that? Yeah, I gotta get my music there. What I do this thing? Yeah, folks. So in everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. My name is Sheldon Scott. I am out. We'll be back tomorrow night with more talking points for you. Do enjoy the rest of your night tonight. Love each and every one of you.